Hey, Dave from Red Smoke Barbecue here, and welcome back to another unboxing video where we're going to be unboxing the brand new Pro Smoke Charcoal Kettle Barbecue. Okay, so this particular Kettle barbecue is brand new to the Pro Smoke range. It's only just been released, and our good friends at Barbeques Galore have sent us this one so we can do an unboxing, a build, a season, and a bit of a cook and review video on this new barbecue. We had a quick look at one that was already assembled in store when we went to collect this one, and there's a lot of things to like about it, but I'm gonna save that for the second video. So we're gonna do this in two parts. The first video is really just an unboxing and a build to see what we're dealing with, and the second video, we'll season this barbecue, we'll do our first cook, and then we'll give our honest feedback and review of this smoker. So the first thing we need to do is crack open the box and see what we're dealing with. All right, first things first, instructions. Box of handles, bolts, bits and pieces, I assume. Got a base of our charcoal barbecue. Bit of padding. Part of our trolley handle. More padding, our lid, more padding, got looks like two sides to our trolley, and the other legs to the trolley. So more bits and pieces to the trolley. Not sure yet, haven't read the instructions. Box of more nuts and bolts, I'm assuming. I'd say this is the side or front part of the trolley. So this will be a side shelf or the side table that connects to the trolley. So this is definitely the base part to the whole unit. And the last part is our cooking grill, which I can tell you is the heaviest item in the box because look at that, it's actually cast iron. So that's gonna be awesome to cook on. All right, so we've had a quick read through the instructions and there's 27 steps to put this barbecue together, but don't let that overwhelm you because they're pretty straightforward and a lot of the steps revolve around putting the actual cart together that the barbecue sits in. Now the cart itself is a fantastic feature of the Pro Smoke. It's gonna make moving it around on the deck really easy. It has a shelf off to the side, so that's gonna make putting your food on there, preparation when you're checking your cook, really, really useful. Now there's a couple of quick things you need to know is first of all, tools required, simply a Phillips head screwdriver and a small shifter. And when we were unboxing this barbecue and I was pretty excited throwing things around, I brought out these two boxes. I said I wasn't quite sure what's in them. Well, I can tell you the small box here contains the caster wheel. So there's not much point in having that lying around because it's probably one of the last things we're gonna need. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. And this larger box here, this is where most of the stuff we need is to put this together. So there's another box within this that's gonna have a couple of grate hooks in there. Now these are used at the end when you wanna lift your grate up. We'll talk about those a little bit later on. And if you dig into this box here, you'll find this bag and there's all your screws that you need right there to put it together. So we're gonna get this out of the way. We'll hang on to these screws and we'll get through steps 1, 2, and 3, which is putting the handle onto the cart. Okay, so steps 1, 2, and 3 are pretty straightforward. That just involves attaching this handle to the top side of the cart. So the top side is the side that's got that hole in the middle, which is where our barbecue is going to sit. So I've got that flipped upside down. Now in that box, that large box I was talking about, you're going to find these little plastic rings. What you need to do is just slide those rings over the handle like that. And then we're just going to take the handle and we're going to slide that into the tray. And we're going to try and line those two holes up with the pre-drilled holes that are already on the side of the cart. Now we talked earlier about all the screws that were inside that bag and they've made it really, really simple here because all these bags are coded to match the instructions. So for the first part here, we need 4 of the A's. So if I can find the A's here. All right, so I'm just gonna grab 4 of those out. We're gonna place those in and secure this handle to the body. All right, so pretty much that's steps 1 and 2 done, screwing the handle on. Now these little rings here have a little hole, and there's a little screw hole on this handle as well. Make sure that's on the bottom. So in this case, we've got this upside down, it's facing up, because we want to put that little screw in, and it's just going to hide it. It's just a little cover that sits over the handle. So let's quickly get that done now. All right, so there you go, pretty quick already. We're already through steps 1, 2, and 3. We've got our handle attached, and if we flip this over, you can see this is the top of the cart starting to take shape. So we've probably got a side table that comes off to the side. We've attached our handle, which also looks like it's probably a spot where we're gonna park our lid when we open up our barbecue. So to continue on, now we need to start building the cart itself. So we're gonna continue to use this lid part, or the top part. We're gonna flip it back over, and what we're gonna do now is step 4, which is attaching the corner legs. All right, so to attach the legs, again, in the instructions, everything is really easy because it's all numbered. So you can see here, this is leg number 4 and this is leg number 5. So with the top part and the handle facing on the left, number 4 goes on that front corner and number 5 is gonna go there. Now make sure when you check these legs, there are a couple little screw holes on one side or at one end, and they need to face down onto this. So all we're gonna do now is attach that using 2 screws from this packet of C's. So that's leg number 4 on. Now we're going to attach leg number 5, and again, remembering we need to keep these screw holes to the bottom. All right, so we're up to step 5 now, which is really just the exact same thing, except this time it's leg 6 and leg 7 that we're going to attach to the cart. All right, so that's steps 1 to 5 done and dusted, pretty straightforward. You can see it's starting to take shape now. I'm just gonna move this out of the way for a second because step 6 just involves a little bit of assembly of 2 plates. All right, for step 6, you need pieces 8 and 9. Now 8 is this large black shield. It's got like 3 screws already in the bottom of it. And this piece here, which is piece 9, is obviously some sort of heat shield looking. And the way this goes together is it sits onto the front like that. We're gonna actually rotate that over, and using again the C screws, which is really the only screws we've used so far, we're just gonna put 4 screws in there like that. And as per the instructions, these screw through from the back. Okay, that's it. So you should end up with something that looks like that. Now we need to bring the body back, and we're gonna attach this part to the cart. All right, so with the cart back on the table and the handle to the left, this part's gonna attach right here in front of me. And the way it goes is that heat shield actually goes on the inside. So it's obviously some sort of heat protector, and there's 3 little screws here and they're gonna face up. So it's gotta go on that way like you see there. And this time using the C screws, we need 8 of those, and you'll see that we're just gonna attach it to the holes that are already pre-drilled once you've got it all lined up. All right, step 8's pretty similar. It's just putting the 2 side pieces on. So there's 2 that are together in a bag. If I can get them apart, there we go. All right, and they're just gonna sit onto the sides, leaving the front open, and using the C screws, we'll screw these into place. All right, so when you're putting these on, it's probably easier just to put the 4 screws in finger tight first. So as you can see, there's some cutouts on the sides. So the easy thing to do is to have those screws in, lined up, slide that in, tighten them up, and then put in the remaining middle screw. All right, step 9, pretty straightforward, and it's probably what you thought. It's that last remaining piece, and that's just gonna slot in there like that, exactly the same way the 2 side pieces went on. All right, so now that we've completed step 9, we're gonna move this out of the way for a moment. So we're just gonna sit this down on the ground, and we're gonna grab the base. All right, step 10 is putting the wheels on the base. So we've got our base upside down, and you'll notice here you'll need your caster wheels, and there's 2 different types really. There's the fixed style with no brake, and then there's the swivel style, which obviously has the brake. Now, there is actually a trick to where these wheels go. So the caster wheels are gonna go, for me, they're gonna go on this side, so my right-hand side, and the fixed ones are gonna go on the left. And you wanna make sure when you put those on that the wheels are facing the same way. Now, the way you know which way the wheels actually need to go is on the base here, there's a little noggin on one corner, on this side, on the left-hand side for me, and that's how we know where these wheels need to go. So ask me in the comments how I figured that out. All right, so all we're gonna do is take the H bolts, like I said before, and it's 4 per wheel, and we're just gonna go around and get that done now. All right, to complete step 11, we need to flip the base back onto its wheels. So we're gonna do that down on the floor, and then we're just gonna attach the cart, the 4 legs to the 4 corners using 8 of the A screws. Just do them up finger tight first on both sides, and then when you've got that in position, just tighten up with a screwdriver. And step 12 involves putting in the little front shelf, which is pretty straightforward. Just loosen off the 3 screws that are already screwed in to the panel. Slide the shelf in, and then tighten up those 3 screws. All right, so you can see by completing the first, say, dozen steps, you've pretty much built the majority of the cart. Now we put the cart to the side because step 13 involves working on the barbecue. And the first step we got to do is grab the base of the barbecue, and we grab this silver ring, which makes up part of the ash catcher. So what we're gonna do is pop that down on the table. So when you put this together, there is a little trick to it, and you've got to make sure you've got everything lined up. Now on the inside of this ring, there's actually a little arrow mark. And on the inside of this bowl, there's also a little arrow mark, and you need to make sure that those 2 arrows line up. Now the reason for that is to do with the air vent controller. So I'll talk to you about that in a minute, but in the meantime, let's just get this screwed together. Okay, so step 14 involves putting the vent in the bottom of the barbecue. So inside one of the boxes, you'll find this flat box, and this is it right here. So the piece you're looking for looks exactly like that. Now that's gonna sit in the bottom, and it's gonna screw in from underneath. So the easy part is to turn that over, and you'll see on the side of this ash catcher, there's actually a slot there, and that's where this handle is going to sit. So the way to do that is just to pop the handle off, and it's just a threaded handle, so unscrew that. Okay, and then just slide that through that slot. Now just pop that over to the side for the time being, don't lose it. So it should sit like that. You can see right through it when it's fully open. At this point in time, you can screw the handle back on, doesn't really matter. Okay, so you're gonna take that little screw and put it in from the inside. You can almost do it with your fingers. You can finish off with the shift you want, but you don't want to over tighten it because you need to be able to move that nice and easy, because that's controlling our airflow and ultimately our temperature. So you can see there, that's all working perfectly. Pull the lever, it slides all the way shut or all the way open. All right, so let's move on to step 17, which is actually attaching the base of this barbecue into the trolley. All right, so attaching the barbecue to the trolley is pretty straightforward. A couple of things you need to know though. One is your heat controller or your vent controller needs to face the same side as the handle. There's actually a sticker on here that says front to cart. So you're just gonna slide that in. And the front obviously being the part that's got the shelf. Drop that in like that. And then once you've done that, line up the 3 holes, and the screw hole is just under those little tabs there. It's a little bit hard to see, but taking the A screws, we're just gonna pop the 3 screws in. All right, so now we've put those 3 screws in, the next 2 steps are probably the easiest steps out of the whole build. That involves putting in your charcoal grate, which is step 18, like that. And then this big heavy cast iron cooktop, which is step 19. So you place those in. We're almost on the home stretch. We've only got the lid to go, and then we can get this thing fired up. All right, so we're up to step 20, and I'm feeling like we're very close now, and that involves putting this handle together. So this is the lid here. It's already got the vent on one side, which is great. One less thing you have to assemble. And there's only really 3 pieces you need to add to it. So one is this heat shield, the second part is the handle, and the third part is the temperature gauge. Now, it's all pretty straightforward. What we're gonna do is take our heat shield and place that on top. We'll take our handle, attach it there. Now there's these 2 B-bolts here, and there's only 2 of them in the packet. They've got a funny little square sort of head on the bottom, and they're gonna need to line up with those holes. So there's a K washer and an E washer. You're gonna sort of put your finger on there, roll the lid over, slide your washers on, and then just finger tight, drop the G nut. Now we're going to do the exact same for the other side. Tighten that up. Both of them just finger tight at the moment. Roll that back over. That all looks good. Just go ahead, use your shifter, and just tighten those 2 nuts up. Okay, step 21 is super easy. Just grab your temperature gauge, just undo the nut that's already on the back of it, slide it in the hole, Make sure it's straight, of course. Flip it over, put the nap back on. That's it, done. There you go, that's the lid. So actually easier than I thought it was going to be. So our gauge is on, handle, we've got a heat shield, which I think is a great feature, good idea, and the vent, which has already been installed for us. So we can pop that on top of the barbecue, and now it's just the finishing touches to finish it all off. Okay, and the last remaining part we've got to assemble is the ash catcher bowl, and all we're looking to do there is put the handle on. So we're just going to grab one of those last remaining C bolts, grab the washers, feed that through the hole. Okay, then once you've done that, we're just going to use a screwdriver, tighten up those 2 screws. All right, pretty straightforward, there you go. So we've got our handle on, nothing too hard to that. So that just slides up with those 3 pins and lines up to the bottom of that ash catcher ring that we installed on the barbecue earlier. So let's throw it on right now. All right, step 24 is installing the side shelf, and it's pretty straightforward. There's these little brackets that come in the packaging. You'll notice on the brackets, they've got some pins, and those pins need to go to the outside of the cart. Using 4 of the A screws that are provided, we're just gonna screw that into place. All right, so now comes the easy part, installing the shelf. And because we've already got these brackets on, we just line up those pins with the sides and it simply clicks in like so. All right, there you go. So we're done and dusted and we have our barbecue built. Now, not really hard, just take your time, a little bit of patience. Some of the parts are a little bit fiddly, but really nothing too challenging. So the last 2 steps in instructions are really just how to use the barbecue, where to store the lid when it's open, and the grill hooks. And we're gonna talk about that a lot more in the next video. So as I said, in the next video, a lot more exciting. We'll be getting to cook on this for the first time. And we'd love to know in the comments below what you think the first thing we should cook on this new barbecue is, to really test it out and put it through its paces so we can give you an honest review. Now in that video we'll also go through some of the great features of this barbecue, but putting it together and seeing it loose, we're really excited to be cooking on this. I think it's going to be a fantastic barbecue. So if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. It's free to do and we really appreciate the support. And if you like this video and you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. Now I'll put a link in the comments below to this particular barbecue on the Barbeques Galore website. And again, thank you to Barbeques Galore for supplying this barbecue. We're really excited about it. We think it's a real winner and we're going to be looking forward to cooking more recipes on it shortly.